This is TY back with another video, and today I wanted to talk about AJ, Deontay Wilder. I wanted to talk about what Deontay Wilder had said regarding AJ. They asked Deontay Wilder about AJ, and he said that, he doesn't understand why people keep asking him about AJ. He said that people, that AJ doesn't want to fight. He been wanting to fight Joshua, and and I happen to agree with it, man. I happen to agree with what Wilder is saying. We already know what happened, so we already know what happened. Wilder pointed out, he talked about the $50 million that he offered him to fight, and that he didn't, Joshua didn't want it, and I just feel like, and then Wilder was saying that, everybody should have known, like with the $50 million was offered, that he didn't take it, that, he didn't want that fight, and that, we all saw that, we all saw what happened with the whole situation between Wilder and Joshua. We saw it. I wasn't on YouTube at the time. I just started YouTube 2 years ago, but before that, I was always, peeping and watching, watching everything. So I remember the time when, AJ had an interview and somebody had asked him about Wilder. He said that he would fight Wilder for $50 million. Wilder came up with the money, and, remember at this time, this fight, now I'm not saying that this fight is still not a big fight. It still is. But at that time, at the height, that this fight was the biggest fight to be made. Both of these guys at the time was both undefeated. They both was knocking everybody out, and they both had belts. Wilder had the WBC belt, and Joshua had all the other belts. He had the 3 other belts. So when Wilder came and said, "Hey, I got the $50 million," Eddie Hearn came in and was basically wondering, well, we need to see proof of funds, saying racist remarks, saying, where did this guy from Alabama get the money from, which was very, very racist, and, the things that Joshua did, even, Joshua didn't want Wilder to get in the ring with him, it was just a lot of games, man, a lot of games. And then they tried to make Wilder take a flat fee of taking, $12 million. Wilder agreed to that. I think there was this thing where if Wilder, they was gonna have a fight in the U.S. and in the U.K. Wilder agreed to those terms as well. So when Wilder agreed to those terms, then that's when they came with the switcheroo. And that's when they was like, oh, well, we have a mandatory in Alexander Povetkin. We got to fight Povetkin. They hurried up and tried to push Povetkin first, and tried to do everything in their power to try to avoid Wilder. And then anytime that Wilder would call out Joshua, then Eddie Hearn would suggest, oh, well, he should fight Dillian White. Dillian White is the guy that Wilder should fight. If he beats White, and then even what Wilder says, if I beat Dillian White, will I get AJ? And they wouldn't put AJ in the contract. So it just goes to show you, man, that AJ is literally scared of this man. He is scared of Deontay Wilder, man. He doesn't even want to look. He don't even want to see this man face to face. That's how bad it is. It's terrible. Here it is. This guy is this. They picture this guy as this Hercules type of dude in Joshua. And the man is literally scared of Deontay Wilder. He's scared of what he's going to do to him. He's afraid of what's going to happen because he knows even himself. And I think it's no think. But I know for sure that Eddie Hearn knows what's going to happen too. That AJ is going to be flatlined. No question. Wilder is the king of the heavyweight division, and I think everybody knows that. He is the excitement in the heavyweight division. Without Wilder, the heavyweight division is dead. The heavyweight division is dead without Wilder. We seen it when Wilder was gone. That whole year he was gone. He was on a hiatus. And he was, it was almost like Wilder may be done. and it wasn't the same without him. And you've seen the excitement when Wilder came back and fought Robert Helenius. You know, the heavyweight division it ain't the same without Deontay Wilder, and that's a full fact. If Tyson Fury was to retire or AJ was to retire, nobody would care. Nobody would care. So it just goes to show you what the dynamics that Deontay Wilder brings. And they know for sure that if they ever get in the ring with Deontay Wilder, if AJ ever does, he's getting knocked out. It's not going the distance. I see Wilder knocking out AJ in at least anywhere from 3 to 5 rounds. I don't see him. I don't see it. I see Wilder lining him up, and it's over. It's over. I see Wilder knocking AJ out the same way he knocked out Dominic Brazil. That's how I see it. I see it the same way. The same way he lined up Brazil is the same way he's gonna line up AJ. He's gonna do the same thing. But it's a shame, man, that we didn't get this fight years ago. It's a shame that AJ doesn't have the courage or the guts to fight Deontay Wilder. You know, it's a shame, man. It's a shame that excuse me, that AJ is afraid of this man. And not only that, but it seems like he don't want no problems with Tyson Fury either. But it's just a shame that he hasn't fought. AJ has not fought neither one of these guys. He's the one. They kept saying that he was the best heavyweight in the division, but it's like, well, how is he that and he hasn't fought neither one of these dudes? You know, it's just ridiculous, man. It's sad because if AJ loses to Jermaine Franklin, man, then that's it for AJ. You know, but this is just ridiculous on AJ's part. You know, to not want to fight Wilder. He knows that this fight was. This was the biggest fight. Now, if this fight was to happen today, this fight still would be the biggest fight in boxing because they both are heavyweights. All it takes is one punch, and it still would be an exciting fight. But we all know what the outcome is going to be, you know. But I just believe that at the end of the day, this is a bad look on AJ. This is also a bad look on Eddie Hearn as well because he hasn't done a good job promoting. He's been good at promoting himself, but he's not good at promoting other fighters. He's not good at promoting. He's just not good. You know, he's not they're not very good as far as matchmaking goes because they are the reasons why AJ's career is the way. They are the reasons why AJ's career is the way it is now. You know, it's ridiculous. It's sad. You know. And then Eddie Hearn can't deliver on big fights either. You know, he's ruined a lot of fights that had potential to make some money, but he just never could get the fights done. So it's just a bad look on Eddie Hearn, and it's a bad look on AJ. Obviously, you know, at the end of the day, I'm looking forward to what Wilder does next. If he fights Andrew Ruiz, I'm very excited for that fight. I think Wilder's going to win that fight by knockout. I think he's going to not win. I think he's going to win. He's going to knock Ruiz out. Probably I'll say about the 7th round, somewhere around there. Because I think he's going to feel him out, give him a chance, you know, just kind of get a feel for him, and then he's going to line him up and then catch him with something. I feel like he's going to catch Ruiz with some, you know, trying to throw a combination and bam, it's over. But yeah, at the end of the day, this is sad, man, that AJ's career is going the way it's going. It's sad. Never cared for him too much, but you know, I was really hoping that he would have had some sort of courage to want to fight Wilder, but obviously that's not the case. But like the video, subscribe to the channel, comment down below, tell me what you guys think about the comments that Wilder had made about Joshua, regarding that Joshua doesn't want to fight. He doesn't want to fight him, you know, and he doesn't want it, and he's tired of people asking him about it. Tell me what you guys think. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Shout out to the whole entire LDBC. Peace.